ASMR Coffin Radio.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Coffin Radio. I am Heartthrob Rob, and today we are talking about Double Shot at Love, Season 3, Episode 6, Vinny Van Gogh. The bio here reads, facing elimination, one woman makes a shocking move Facing elimination, one woman makes a shocking move, and what Vinny does next upsets the whole house. Polly gets Vinny to reveal his sensitive and artistic side. Sorry it took me so long to read those two fucking sentences. The light is blinding me. But no, you know what? This is the 6th episode. Overall, I feel this episode is a little bit boring. They did have some, thing that they all got together and did. But other than that, it was really just like a clicky episode. Nothing really happened that crazy. So we start off, and the house is really divided. The house is divided with Honey. On one side, we have Honey, Peyton, Akeelia, Erica D, Danielle, and Kayla. On the other side, we have Giovanna, Erica P, Claudelia, Peachy, and then the new girls. So they do an art elimination. Or excuse me, before they do that, Erica D apologizes to Polly about that, kind of yelling argument that they had last week, which is a really good episode. He's totally cool with it, totally gets it. They do an art elimination, and Vinny wants them to draw, what love means to them, what their relationship should be. And he comes down to either choosing Honey or Erica D. And he ends up choosing, Erica P. And he ends up choosing Honey. And he goes on a date with Honey. Honey ends up giving a massage, and they call it a hand job. They fucking do voiceover work on it, makes it hilarious. The next day is actually a pool day, and the girls are just divided, man. You have the girls that want to hang out with Vinny and party, and the girls that kind of are just, upset about how things are, and, calling all the rest of the girls pick-me girls. But he gets some alone time with Claudelia, and, Claudelia's kind of really bugged out that he asked, what about the other girls in the house? What about the cliques and this and that? What advice would you give me? And she's like, I'm here for you. I'm not here to talk about the other girls, which I can fucking understand. But, she thinks that Vinny was kind of rubbed off by that, which I can also understand. I'm just trying to talk to you about stuff that's going on, right? But she was upset by it, so she's allowed to. But, she gets the bad vibes. So she thinks that she's not working out. And she's like, if he calls me down there, I'm dipping. And, of course, we get Erica P, Claudelia, and Danielle called to dinner. And Claudelia's like, I'm going to fucking dip. I'm going to dip. She's like, no man makes decisions for me. So she's outside. As Vinny, hears about this from Erica P, they're at the dinner, and he's like, oh, well, what? She's leaving? So she's totally going to leave without talking to him or anything. He decides, nah, it's not going to happen. He runs down, chases her down in the front, and tells her he wasn't going to eliminate her, and he wants her to stay. And she's like, I'll stay, fine. So she goes in, and the girls are fucking hating her, they're like, oh, good, I'm glad you stayed. And then, them to the camera would be like, I can't believe she fucking stayed. I thought you were going to leave, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe he took her. And Danielle and Erica are fucking pretty upset about it back there, especially Danielle. She is not having it. She's like, you could have opened up a fucking champagne bottle so I can get her something to drink, And so as he gets back to dinner, Claudelia does not have to go to dinner. She's back with the girls, and they're secretly hating on her. But he goes to dinner with Danielle and Erica P, and he ends up sending Erica P home. And, making a connection with Danielle. And he's like, hey, I just want you to know, I want you to stay and this and that. And I think he made the wrong decision, man. It seems like Danielle's kind of mad. I know she's kind of, wants to be with him, but you're in a frumpy mood for the rest of the fucking house. And every time you talk to me, it's about some other girl, and you're mad. Dude, I'm in a fucking dating show game. What do you think is going on here? But I'm sad to see Erica P go, man. She seems real nice, and she seemed out of her shell. She's watched a couple of the episodes. Shout out to Erica P. We see you. I thought you'd stick around a little bit longer than this, but especially when you came this close to being in the fucking art thing, this close to being chosen for the art, and said it went to Honey, and then that same night you got to go home. Sucks, but it is what it is. I thought he would have got rid of Danielle. I know the girls are going to fucking be pissed that he kept Claudelia, especially after she was going to dip and not say bye to him. So I know that's going to cause some animosity, and I know I would fucking be pissed if I was one of the girls too. Bitch, you was going to leave. Get the fuck out of the house. You know what I mean? I can see that. I feel like this is more festering and more festering. Overall, more of a boring episode, but it looks like maybe a setup to what could possibly be some explosions with all the girls. But hopefully it gets to it, man. Kind of bored here in episode 6. But let me know what you guys think about it. We'll talk about it in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and if you like what you're watching, then hop in the coffin. Follow us on social media at Coffin Radio. Coffin is spelled with a K. And that's all for today.
ASMR Coffin Radio.